Okay, so we've got some out-of-touch weirdos complaining about how much clothing is on anime-style characters in an anime-styled video game. Let's check it out.
So back in 2023, you may have heard of this upcoming game titled Project Mugen. They had some
Project Mugen, that's right. I remember this game. There was definitely some trailers that came out. I'm pretty sure this is the Ananta game that the recent trailer came out for. This game is being hyped up to be the anime Grand Theft Auto, and it does look pretty legit. That trailer is pretty cool.
some trailers and previews come out, drumming up quite a bit of hype for the game, but then a period of silence. Well, that's recently changed. On December 5th, NetEase and Naked Rain.
Okay, all right, I was right. It was Ananta. Yeah, this game looks pretty legit. I actually really liked the trailer. It was really cool.
Releasing more information about the game, which is apparently now titled Ananta, no longer being known as Project Mugen. It sounds like you'll be taking on the role of some elite agent within the Anti-Chaos Directorate, going on a number of missions and things like that around this apparently open world city. The city itself titled Nova City, and the game further being described as a free-to-play RPG.
What is it with Nova? There's so many things that get named Nova in video games. There's like a Nova ice spell, there's Nova cities, there's like a Nova, like a summon, like a creature. It gets used a lot in video games. I mean, it's a cool word, so it makes sense, but yeah.
Many people had previously compared Project Mugen to games like Genshin Impact, and now as of the latest trailer, it's being compared to games like Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly, yes. It's like Genshin Impact thrown into Grand Theft Auto, anime-style Grand Theft Auto. It really does look like that, and I'm down for it. That's a cool take.
People currently memeing it around as like anime GTA or Grand Theft Honkai. You may be interested in this game or maybe not. However, some people are already taking issues with it, saying that there's rampant sexualization of characters.
Rampant sexualization of characters. Oh boy. Oh boy, they're coming out of the woodwork again. Yes, we need to find something to complain about. And we don't have the stamp of approval by the minorities or by the social justice warrior types or by the cancellation types. We don't have the stamp of approval on this game, so we must bring it down. We must whine and complain to the stars above that they're over-sexualizing characters in this game. Good grief, guys. Can you just stop? It's not working. We're not having it.
Hopping over to what seems to be the official Discord server and the channel for suggestions, we can see a number of comments like this. Please don't over-sexualize female characters like Wuthering Waves does.
Oh man, I hope these devs are as based as some of these other devs that are kind of speaking out lately. There's been a lot of this on social media, these devs kind of coming back and being like, no, I'm not down for your suggestions or your complaints. I really hope these devs are like that, like, oh, thanks for your input, okay, ignored, that would be awesome.
I was excited to play Wuthering Waves, but just can't play it because they decided to make the game super weird, where the character's boobs move when in an idle animation. Please don't do it. In Project Mugen, don't ruin it. The game looks very, very appealing at the moment.
You know what? Maybe it's because players like that stuff. Maybe it's because the reception overall is like 90 or more % positive to those types of things. Maybe that's why they put it into the games, because the players actually want it and like it. Maybe, just maybe it's that 5% vocal minority that's complaining here and everybody else actually loves this stuff.
People just give that suggestion 140 clowns and 21 nerd emojis. And I'll give you my opinion on all of this stuff once we're finished taking a look at the comments. Another one titled Fan Service Issue. Can we talk about the fact that too many characters are getting fan serviced? For example, Dila. Is she even wearing a suit?
Oh man, and look, the anime profile picture, like, what, you're going to bat for anime characters here? They're fictional characters. What are we wasting our breath on this for, guys? Come on. I mean, obviously the players want this, or the devs want it. It's their game. They can make it how they want. I mean, obviously it's going to benefit them more to make a game in a way that more players will play. And if they're intentionally making it this way, doesn't that say something? It means the devs want it this way, and it means they probably are reading into what the community wants, and the community wants it this way. So it really is just that vocal minority. Very, very few people actually care about this the way these people do. It's so weird.
It looks like she's wearing plastic instead. Mechanica also has some revealing spots. Please tell me y'all's opinion, and we should be respectful towards each other, okay? Thanks for reading. That one getting 28 laughing emojis and 113 thumbs down, including apparently the person who took the screenshot.
I mean, there you go. Even in the Discord, everybody's like, ha, Oh, that's ridiculous. Downvote, move on. Yeah, exactly.
We specified the character Dila as an example, and I got us a picture so we can take a better look at the character design.
I mean, yes, the bodysuit is hugging her body in a tight way, of course, but it's not as bad as other characters that I've seen where the cleavage is just like there's barely any suit covering the nip. Like it's not nearly as bad as it could be, and they're complaining about this. Oh my goodness.
Let me know if you think this is too overly sexualized. The other character they gave as an example was Mechanica. And once again, here's a closer image for you to take a look at and form your own opinion. Let me know what you think about these designs in the comments. Then we have this suggestion titled Modestly Dressed Female Characters, saying, I want a female non-child playable character that isn't showing her boob/butt, no latex suit or thigh highs.
You know what? Then make a mod. Make a mod for it and do it yourself if that's what you want. Because obviously this is what people want. This is what the developers want for their own game. You know, it is a suggestions category within Discord, so they're free to throw out their suggestions, but don't think that this is going to get taken seriously. Don't assume it's going to be, and don't be surprised if the majority of people downvote it because it's, you know, a garbage idea to them. You know, it's so weird.
No boob armor, none of that. And I do mean none. I just want a playable girl character that looks not like a male sex object. I'm so over it. No cat ears, no. And in her lore, she'd never seen a man. Be so for real. Just a modestly dressed girl. None of that nun stuff either.
In her lore, never seen a man. What? So she's like a child of a nun, but then the nun must have been with a man at some point. It doesn't even make sense. How would you even set that up as the lore? Doesn't even make sense at all.
That one getting what seems to be 26 hearts, but also 49 no's. That one just sounds so funny, dude. Like, this sounds so specific. Never seen a man thing. No, be so for real. And none of that cat ear stuff. And can I also point out this optical illusion? Like, bro, I thought the eyes were right here for a second, and this was like a mouth. These like two eyes, and I'm like, what is this rabbit thing? It's like so disturbing looking. All that Stalker 2 I've been playing starting to mess with my mind or something.
Oh, Stalker 2. Oh man, that game looks brutal. Absolutely, but such good graphic fidelity, and the gameplay actually looks pretty fun too. Yeah, anyway.
But then I realized thankfully that these are the two eyes, and that's a hair clip, I think. Okay, so my opinion. This image has the best collection of all of the characters that I could find so far, although of course they're cutting off some of the outfits in these images. But we can still use this combined with the other
So let's just look at these little profile pictures for a second here. None of these look super over-sexualized to me. Or at least not more than any of the other games, like Zenless Zone Zero, like Wuthering Waves, like Genshin Impact. These do not look any worse at all. And obviously people like these characters. I think there's some attractive characters here, and that's good. That's good. It brings in that male audience. Surprise, surprise, guys want attractive female characters in a game. Wow, you never would have guessed, right? And even girls, a lot of girl streamers, girl content creators admit, you know, hey, these attractive female characters in games are awesome to have too. So even on the girls aisle side of things, they like it too. So what are we complaining about here? It's just some weird, demented, like, extremist view of this vocal minority that we're getting, and it's not the majority at all. It just isn't.
Images and what we've seen in the trailer for a pretty good example. And I think the people complaining about these characters being overly sexualized are not making a good point. Generally, games that sexualize all of their characters are not even my cup of tea, although I have no issue with people who like that stuff either. And yeah, even still, I think the people complaining about these designs are reaching. I just wish there was more options for male characters. It looks like there's not very much at all. There's just so many of these free-to-play type games that have like 80% to 20% female to male ratio, or
and there's a reason for that. Let's be honest. There's a reason for that, because the attractive female characters are just, they're more attractive to play as, especially for the male audience. I mean, that's just how it is.
Or something like that. And I just find that a bit boring, but I know it's probably an unpopular opinion. But seriously, is it too much to ask for a few more male characters? Like, give us some cool older dude, some like buff black guy, that's always a good one. And then
hey, that is cool. I mean, I can agree with that. It is cool to have some older characters that look like they've been through it, you know? They've got like massive scars on their face or something, and they're just ripped and shredded. Yeah, that would be cool.
A trap. There you go. Perfect. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed my coverage, consider liking and or subscribing. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.
Man, this is such a first world problem. Seriously, like complaining about the attractiveness or sexualization or how much clothing a character is wearing in an anime-style video game. Are you serious? Like, this is where we're at. This is the things that people want to complain about. And again, it is always that vocal minority. I don't see this plastered everywhere that, oh, this game looks like garbage because they're sexualizing the characters. No, I hear people saying, whoa, this game looks insane. It's anime GTA. That's what I hear. I hear that. I hear that the vast majority of the time talking about this Ananta game. So yeah, just a wild take from some really out of touch and strange, deranged individuals here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.